And welcome back to day 16. You're over half the way through the program. Congratulations. So, we're going to be focusing on what you need to do to get your first 10 products up. Likely you're not there yet, but you need to get there. Okay? So, here's where we left off. We're going to go to Etsy and research 3 more products. We did the entire system again just the other day. Analyze the product, do the traffic strategy, make draft ads for the products. That's where we left off at. Here's what we're going to be covering today. We're going to revisit your KPIs. We talked about it a little bit in the first week. We're going to talk about the research KPIs, the product throughput KPIs, mapping the moving parts of this system, and then mapping out your 10x strategy. Today's going to be a little more boring and a little shorter of a video than normal because the topic is not really that sexy. It's KPIs, key performance indicators, product throughputs, just boring stuff, but it's important. Okay, if you want to get to 10 products or if you want to get to 100 products or 1,000 products, this stuff's important to understand. So, research KPIs. How are you doing on your Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Be honest with me. Are you hitting it each time? Are you doing less and less time researching each time you do it? Are you getting it Monday but not Wednesday and Friday? Did you do it Tuesday and Thursday? Like whatever one you set up when you mapped out your original research calendar, are you hitting them still? Okay? Next thing I want you to ask, how many of your research products make it to the design phase? Like when I went through the one yesterday, I only got one of them all the way to advertising. I went through a whole bunch of different stuff. I researched a whole bunch of different things. Then I found some canvas, didn't really make it. And out of those, I validated a couple of them with sales that had enough reviews. And I got about 2 of them, I think, just yesterday live in real time for you. So, out of those 2, how many made it to advertising? 1, okay? So, I didn't get any of them into the design phase because I was doing that in real time in a video for you. So, I can't have someone on Fiverr make it, or I can't go make it myself, for any of those different things. So, out of the ones that you research, I don't need you to count how many you research because you kind of skim through things. But how many did you validate with recent reviews that were worthy of a test? That you had to either figure out your own version of, or you needed to make a new phrase so that you didn't take their exact one, or you needed to put it into a different market. Sometimes it gets away from you, or it doesn't get designed, or maybe you're not even getting them designed at all or tested or advertised. Figure these things out. Okay, a lot of today's exercises are just to be questions. I want to figure out, all right, how many days do we research? And great. Out of those 3 days, are we at least getting 3 products made and advertised? If not, something is probably wrong. All right, the next thing we're talking about is production flow. Because if you get 3 products a week, you'll have 12 products by the end of the month, which means you'll have 12 products plus by the end of this challenge if you get 3 a week. Okay, and if you're researching 3 times a week, you should probably be producing 3 times a week as well. So the production flow, assuming all design products get tested, then how many research products will it take to test 3 products per week? Okay, these are the things we have to figure out. Okay, if I'm researching 3 times a week and I get 3 of these that are validated by sales, I'll make designs for 2 of them. I'll only advertise 1. Maybe I'll put the rest up on Etsy, Amazon, eBay, and integrate it with Gearbubble, or maybe I won't do anything with them at all, or it doesn't really matter. But I know that I'm going to get at least 3 products up a week. Okay? Then the next question are you going to ask, are you hitting your Monday, Wednesday, Friday research deadlines, and also hitting your production flows that you set early in the challenge. If you're not, some things need to change. If you're not doing your research deadlines, you need to hit them. If you're not hitting the production flows, you need to make sure and set them and hit them in the challenge. Okay? The next thing I want to talk about is moving parts. All right? In this model, there's not a lot of moving parts. You have research, and out of that research, you get maybe 1 or 2 campaigns that are worthy of going and being advertised. So you need to analyze the product, analyze the traffic, then you're going to go in and redo it. Okay? I need to change this phrase. I need to put it into a slightly different market, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. The phrase is usually going to get redone. Now, if it's an on-demand product, it needs to be redone usually. If it's not, and you're just drop shipping something directly, like a piece of jewelry that you found on AliExpress or a piece of jewelry that you found on Etsy, and you don't actually need to remake a new design, you just need to sell it, then you don't really need to do the phrase redo or the design piece. But most of the examples I've shown you are on-demand products. So that's what I'm showing you here. Map out each individual moving piece for everything that you do. So it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday research. From that, I bring the products into product and traffic analysis. From that, we redo it. Then we make the design from the new phrase. Then we upload the product, make a nice title, make a good description. Then we decide, okay, now that's done, I need my designer to make a good product, add photo or creative with the right dimensions. I need to write the copy for it, advertise the product. You can break each one of these down into how deep the process needs to go. Like Monday, Wednesday, Friday research could be broken down to go to Etsy, type this in, go research this, go check the reviews. And it's really how granular you want to break down the moving parts. But here's a 30,000 foot view that I have, okay? So make sure you understand the moving parts, because as you scale, some of these parts are going to break. So you need to see that. As you get from 1 to 3 to 5 to 10 products up, some of these are going to break. Now, if you're only going to get 10 products up in a 30-day span, most likely you can do all of this yourself. Or if you want to get 10, 20, or 30. But if you want to scale and get to 100, you're going to need to eventually hire some of these pieces. So that's where this thing called the 10x strategy comes into play. It's if you research, designed, and tested products 10 times what you're already testing, okay? So if you're only getting 3 products up so far in the challenge, maybe 1.5 products a week. If you got 15 products up a week, what's going to break first? Are you not going to be able to research enough? Are you not capable of getting designs up, that many designs that are that good or ones that you think are valid? Is the uploading itself going to take too much time? Is it the ads? Is it the budget for the ads that you're going to run into? Okay? These are all the things that we want to look into, because you want to figure out, all right, what's going to break first? Usually, it's going to be design in this particular process, because I can research another 30 minutes and come up with 5, 6, 7, 8 more concepts than I did yesterday. If I researched for an hour, I could have enough stuff for the week. Now, I don't want to do the whole hour of research. I'm going to break it up about 15 minutes a time so I can make sure I'm getting fresh, good ideas. But that's, the first thing that's going to break is the design, because I can do all the researching pretty quickly. I can't actually do any of the design myself, so that's the first thing I hired out. Now, I don't want you to hire any employees right now or any of that stuff. But I do want you to look at, all right, what's this going to grow into? How can I go from 1 to 10 products to 100 products? How can I go from 1 to 10 sales to 100 sales? And it's looking at this thing as a company and looking at the moving pieces and watching where you think it's going to grow. And as you do that, you need to see where you think that's going to be and say, all right, what's going to break along the way? What kind of team do I need to bring along the way? What kind of skill sets do I need? So you need to get good at researching. We've done it enough, practiced it enough that you're probably already good at it. Ads, I'm going to get you better at it over the next week or two so that you don't have to outsource either one of those two pieces because they're very skilled as well. Design, campaign upload, those are what we're looking at mostly right now. Design, if you're not good at it, you need somebody to help you because you don't want to spend money in ads on something that sucks. The design is what you're selling, okay? So it needs to be decent. It can be ugly text and work, but the design itself needs to be good. Campaign upload. This is something that you can outsource in Upwork or Odesk or whatever you want to call it for like $3 to $5 an hour. The campaign upload, there's no sensitive data. It's usually just copy and paste. Most likely you can get someone to upload your ads for you too if you can figure out the permissions within the ads panel. But I don't think you need to do any of the ad stuff right now. But campaign upload, super mundane. All it is take the actual design that we've got here, upload it onto this, put a title on it based on these metrics or this guideline here, put it in the descriptions, send us the link of all the URLs at the end of the day of the 3 products that are up. Bada bing, bada boom. It's going to take them maybe an hour. That's a better hour spent for them for $3 an hour than the hour spent for you doing it. Because once you get to 10 products, maybe that's going to be 3 hours. Then maybe once you get to 30 products, that's 9 hours. Okay, but once you get to 100 products, you get the point. You've got a part-time person right there. If you get to 100 products a month, getting them up, you might have a part-time person from that. Those are just the made-up numbers, but I'm looking at what this looks like from a 10x, and that's why the 10x strategy is there. So here's your action steps for today. Today is a shorter video. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of unsexy terms, but we need to go through this stuff because this is what it takes to get you to 10 times the products. Do your research again. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can't really outsource that anytime soon. You can eventually outsource it, but not for a while. Map out all of the moving parts from research to if you're doing private products that you're just drop shipping, yours is going to look a little different. If you haven't got any sales yet, you don't really need to map out customer service because it's not necessary yet. Some of the different parts are going to be more moving for some people than others. But map out every single one that you're doing current so that you can make it look 10 times the size and say, all right, what do I need to change? What do I need to do better? What skill sets do I need to acquire? Who do I need to bring in as a VA or a freelancer for design or for customer support or for product upload? How can I get to outsource this ad upload for $5, just like I'm outsourcing my design stuff for $5, so that you can focus on market research, coming up with great concepts, and advertising those. But I digress. These are the action steps for you today. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.